My name is Ryan Penso. I am Director of Operations for P.F. Chang's Global Brand Development and excited to be here. I graduated from Auburn University in the Hotel and Restaurant Management program in 2006.
What attracted you to the hospitality industry?
Well, funny enough, when I was 16, I was looking for a job and I stumbled across a restaurant called Houston's. And I was honestly just looking to pay gas money, and little did I know that I was going to stumble into a career that I was going to want to focus on for the rest of my life. And at that moment in time, I identified that I wanted to get into the hospitality business and program, and I started looking for schools that offered hospitality.
What attracted you to Auburn University's hospitality management program?
Well, once I knew how much I loved dealing with people and the interaction in the hospitality industry, I started to look ahead, look onwards, and really figure out what exactly or where can I get the education. Now, my whole family went to the University of Georgia, so I will tell you that it did not go easy convincing my parents that I wanted to go to Auburn. However, Auburn had a fantastic hospitality program. And funny enough, it was close enough to Atlanta, where I'm from, but far enough at the same time. And I have an older brother who I went to visit in Athens, Georgia multiple times, and I felt like I had conquered Athens to a certain extent. I was ready to try something different, and the University of Georgia did not have a hospitality program. And as soon as I visited Auburn University, I knew exactly where I wanted to go and study.
How has the hospitality management program enhanced your career in the field?
Well, I will say that from my youth and getting involved in restaurants, and as I studied at Auburn University with the partnership of the hotel at Auburn University, it opened new doors for me and actually introduced me to the hotel side of the business, which took me to various parts in my journey and my career as far as working abroad, being part of hotel openings. And at that moment in time, I would not have had those opportunities of where I am today if I would not have worked collectively through the program and through the partnership created through the hotel at Auburn University.
For those students who are looking to choose a hospitality management program and thinking about Auburn University, what would you tell those incoming students?
Well, first and foremost, the hospitality industry is very tough, but there's so much enjoyment that you can get. And I encourage everybody to look from within themselves and make sure that they choose a path that is right for them. In hospitality, there's almost every business around the world, day in and day out, deals with hospitality. How are you treated? At the end of the day, people want to feel good. They want to feel special. And in order to do that and to expedite your ability to open new doors and travel the world and see so many things and meet so many great people, I encourage you to find that industry that's right for you. And for me, that choice was Auburn University at the Hotel and Restaurant Management program, because it honestly allowed me to find the right career path for me.
For those students who are going into their senior year, what advice would you give them about the hospitality management program and the industry?
Well, I would say most importantly is you have to get your hands dirty. But before that, you have to have passion. I will say in my career, I started in restaurants, moved to hotels, and I'm currently working with a restaurant group, P.F. Chang's. And there's so many different outlets with hospitality that the most important thing is that you find what makes you excited to wake up in the morning and join a group that you're proud of to work with day in and day out. But at the end of the day, I think most importantly is that you honestly there's no trophies for last place. And we must work hard and be passionate. And you must want it more than the person next to you in order to get to that next step. And I can't express enough about creating great communication and making relationships with people, because you never know what door that'll open in the future, because the world is truly small. And to this day, no matter where you work, there's always somebody that you know or that you've met along the way, and it'll help you tenfold down the road.
You just mentioned PF Chang's. What is it about that organization that made you join them and stay with them for as long as you have?
So I'm going on 9 years with PF Chang's, and honestly, I fell in love with the brand based on the culture. As we know, many businesses around the world, culture is very important. And to me, I found that I was more relaxed within the four walls of PF Chang's. We have 208 locations domestically, and by the end of this year, we're going to have 100 locations internationally. And every company that you deal with, the people are what makes the brand. But I will tell you that the culture of PF Chang's is different, because we empower our people to make the right decisions that are going to impact the business positively. And when you find a group of people that have the same goal, and you're excited to come into work, and that they value quality of life, because again, a third of our lives are spent at work, so we need to enjoy what we do. It's a great feeling to work with not only colleagues, but people that you could call friends and family.
To date, what has been the most rewarding moment in your entire career upon graduation from Auburn's Hospitality Management program?
Great question. I will say that the most rewarding moment, I was given the opportunity to be recognized by the Auburn University in the program 2 years ago, which was a fantastic experience, and very humbled by that. But I'm going to tell you a story that really stands out, and it was the opportunity of my current role that I was given. I had been working in the Middle East for 5 years with PF Chang's, with our partners, and I was ready to stop living in the Middle East, and I was starting to look for opportunities back in the United States. And at that current time, the vice president of corporate for international PF Chang's happened to be in Dubai, and my parents were visiting the Middle East before I left. And at that moment in time, he arranged a meeting with my family, and he actually gave me my job offer in front of my parents. And it was quite a special moment, because my boss, who is still my boss today, his father passed away before he got to his level in his career. So he always said that he wished his father knew what he had accomplished and where he was going. And Roberto DeAngelis, who is the person I'm speaking about, he offered me my job, and actually allowed my mom to ask some questions about the job. She started to ask a little too many questions, but honestly, it was a fantastic moment in my career to be offered a fantastic role with a great company in the presence of my parents. It was a great moment.
What one piece of advice you wish someone had told you about career planning that you think will be a good advice for the students who are graduating?
Well, life is funny in many ways, and I believe there are certain ways that people look at their future. I think it's very important to recognize that life is not always going to go the way we planned. We are thrown many obstacles at many different times, and honestly, to embrace it, work hard, be humbled, enjoy what you do, be passionate, but just because one opportunity does not come to fruition does not mean it's the end of the road. And it came to me in my career. I really wanted to go after a restaurant group, and I wasn't given an opportunity, and I stumbled across a hotel group, and it allowed me to travel to parts of the world I never would have thought I would have gone. And it was hard to swallow at first, because it was the career path that I had visioned for so long. But I wouldn't be in front of you today if I wouldn't have gone that path. So I think it's important that we're flexible, and things are not always going to go the way we plan, but it doesn't mean that it's not the best way for us or the right direction. So embrace it, enjoy it. It's life, and I continue to learn day in and day out. So it's a never-ending story. But enjoy college, but at the same time, be passionate, find the right path, and you will enjoy life to its fullest.